Number 39 asks us to graph this set. -4 to 0, not inclusive on either of those, intersect -2, 5, inclusive on both of those. So we start by drawing our number line. Not a very straight number line. Let me try that again. We start by drawing our number line like this. It's a little better. And the first thing that I do is I just put all the numbers that I see down. So I'm going to start with -4, -2, 0, and 5, trying to space them out the best I can as they should be on the number line. So what I'm going to do for starters is I'm going to go ahead and put down -4 to 0. So you see there are two different intervals here. We're going to deal with them separately, and then we'll deal with the intersect in the middle. So for right now I'm just looking at -4 to 0. I'm going to do that in green. Now there are parentheses on both of these, meaning I'm going to put an open circle on both of those numbers. So there's an open circle on both of those, and I'm going to shade in between them like this. So it looks something like that. Let me deal with the second one now, the -2 to 5. Now this one has brackets on both of them, and when there's brackets we do a closed circle. So I'll do this one in red, -2 with a closed circle, 5 with a closed circle, and I shade in that. Now we've graphed both sets, okay, and we want to talk about their intersection. Remember this symbol right here is intersect. Remember the intersection is where they overlap. It's all the stuff that's in -4 to 0 and in -2 to 5. So when I look at my graph, the spot where it overlaps is this spot right here. And we take into account that that also includes this, because there's an open circle there, but not 0, because there's a closed circle at -2, but there's an open circle at 0. So I'm going to go ahead and graph what it looks like, and it's better to do this on its own graph because it's not as messy. The solution would just be this. It would have a closed circle here at -2, in through here, and an open circle. And I can write that solution in either interval notation with parentheses and brackets, or in set builder notation. Let me write it both ways. In interval notation, I'm going from -2 to 0. So I write -2 to 0. I put a bracket when I include it, when I have a solid dot, and I put parentheses whenever I don't include it, when I have an open dot. So brackets because I'm including -2, parentheses because I'm not including 0. That's how you could write your solution there. In set builder notation, I could say, okay, so -2 to 0. In set builder notation, remember the way that I write that is the set of all x such that, and since I'm going from -2 to 0, I write that like this, -2 less than or equal to, the equal to is there because there's a bracket or a closed circle there, -2 less than or equal to x less than 0. And I leave the less than on the 0, not a less than or equal to, because there's a parentheses. So if there's an equal to, we're going to have a bracket, we're going to have a closed circle. If there's a parentheses, we're going to have an open circle, we're going to have a less than, no equal sign.